After a tough loss last night by just 1 point, Lawrence Tech took that game 3-4. And the women's team of Central Michigan University looks to bounce back tonight in Martin Ice Arena at their home ice. For CCHN, I'm Parker Morrison alongside John Gervasi. John, how you feeling today?
Pretty good. Got a lot of sleep last night.
Awesome. Well, that's good, and we hope the team did the same as you as they look to bounce back from that tough one last night. John, you got a chance to interview one of the players for Central Michigan, number 3, Annie Castor. Talk to us a little about what she said for how they look to bounce back from last night.
Well, I asked her, what are things that you want to improve tonight? And she said last night they want to come out stronger tonight. Nothing was clicking last night. They were skating hard, but they just couldn't get, anything to go in the back of the net until late in the game. They got to make better passes. She said that she worked last night on crashing the net because she was all over the ice. I feel like every time she was on the ice, we were saying her name because the forecheck was great, her back check. She was getting chances in the offensive zone. And I asked her, the games against Sioux, does that affect your confidence coming into a game against LTU? And she said she thinks a tough loss, it's affected their mentality today. They just got to have fun and play hard. And I kind of agree. You go play a team like Sioux College, and it doesn't go the way you wanted. They were outscored 16-2 in 2 games. Then you're coming to play the leading goal scorer in the CCWHA and Sophia Buckberger, and she gets 2 goals on you.
Yeah, who mind you, extended her lead last night over a lot of other players in the ACHA to have 29 points and 12 games played now, and she looks to extend it past 30 today. That's an impressive feat.
That is very impressive. For ACHA, I mean, that's really impressive. I've seen players do that before. You look at men's 3 a few years ago with Dalton Sutherland had an insane season, so it's not unheard of. And for CMU to win this game tonight, they've got to shut her down offensively. And that's where I think being at home helps them because you get last change. So, Matt, you can put women like Mac Barnett on the ice when Buckberger's out there to kind of slow down Buckberger.
Yeah, we saw that happen last night a little bit. Moving now to Central Michigan's record, 7-4 after the unfortunate loss to them last night. Nixon still leading the team in points, and Sophia Buckberger needs to be stopped tonight, and that's exactly what Nixon's looking to do out on the offensive end. For LTU, they moved to 9-3 with, like as we said, Sophia Buckberger. You're going to hear her name a lot tonight, as you did last night, I'm sure, extending her lead from 28 to 29 last night and almost had a third one at the end of regulation time. And then she has great offensive line and teammates like Teresa DiMaggio and Jordan Bibas. Mind you, DiMaggio scored another 2 last night, which extended her record in points as well. I believe she has more than any Chippewa so far.
I'd say the biggest story from last night, other than Buckberger, was the goaltending play from Hart. Fantastic play last night. It was a brick wall. The last goal on Hart might have been it was a tip, so it could have been a little fluky in front. But she held her own last night against a Chippewa team that's very good offensively.
Well, in the last 5 minutes, you saw countless shots go up from the Chippewas, and just kind of as a last desperate attempt to get something going. You saw Del Rey score, and she had 2 last night. And that redirect was a beautiful shot, mind you, off the pass from Williams. And you can't really blame Hart for that one. That one, no matter who you had in net, was most likely going in. But for the rest of those shots in the last 5 minutes of the third period, she stopped with ease. She was a brick wall the entire game, and everything was just hitting her chest pad. Her glove saves were amazing.
And she was able, and I think the biggest difference from goalies last night is when the puck hit her on the rebound, she was able to snap back into position.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, after this short little break, we'll go over your players to watch and a couple keys to the game, led by John and myself. For CCHN, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to CCHN. I'm Parker Morrison, John Gervasi alongside me here at Martin Ice Arena. Well, let's real quick go over our players to watch. John, take it away for CMU.
Well, first off, we just mentioned her. It's Annie Castor. First off, she played amazing last night. Forecheck on the back check, was able to put pucks on net. She didn't have any points, but she created a lot of opportunities for herself and other players. And then you got to go with Kylie Delray. I mean, 2 goals last night in 9 games played. She has 7 goals, 4 assists for 11 points. If CMU is going to win this game tonight, Kylie Delray has to be really good on the offensive end.
Yeah, well, she was their leading scorer last year, and we expect her to make some big plays tonight. But real quick, before we move to LTU, got to give a shout-out to Mariah Wilson, number 2, the senior for Central Michigan. She'll be starting tonight as this is her last home game at the Marty ever. So you got to give it to her. It's going to be a very emotional game for her.
Emotional for seniors. You know, last year we had 5, and you can kind of see the emotions on the face and in the eyes of certain players. So it'll be emotional for her tonight.
100%. We'll move now to LTU real quick. Number 8, Theresa DiMaggio, had 2 goals last night, was very influential, had an assist as well. CMU needs to shut her down on breakaways and attempts on net. As well as number 91 for the LTU Blue Devils is going to be Buckberger. And again, she's the leader in points in the ACHA, and it's a clear given why we have her on our list. She scored again last night, and she output the LTU Blue Devils up 4-3 on them. So, John, real quick, before we have to go back to break, take us over our keys to the game.
You know, first is clean up passes. You know, we talked to Annie Castor. Pucks have to be on sticks. You can't, the blind passes, turnovers in the defensive zone on passes, you can't have those. And then goes into limit turnovers. You got to clean up the loose pucks in front. You can't leave pucks sitting out in front of your goaltender and nobody there to clean it up. And we call those the Pavelski goals. If the puck is right there sitting there, someone has to get it out. And then you've got to help more defensively. You've got to keep an eye on your woman.
Yeah, that was a big struggle for them last night. Well, when we come back, it is time for puck drop, so we're all revved up and ready to go here at Martin Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Women's D2 Club Hockey on CCHN. welcome you back inside Martin Ice Arena for Game 2 of the LTU Blue Devils taking on your Central Michigan Chippewas. Alongside me is John Gervasi. John, would you take us over the starting netminders for today?
Your CCHN starting goalies. First for LTU, Rachel Hart coming in with a 5-2 record today after the win last night. She's given up 13 goals. And for your Chippewas, it's Bree Schroer, number 25. In 7 games, she's 6-1 with a 308 goals against. She's given up 20 goals. She has stopped 231 of 251 shots with a .920 save percentage, 1 shutout in 390 minutes.
Thank you, John. Let's go now to our starting lineup for LTU. Number 5, Kathleen Fennessy, the freshman from Homer Glen, for your starting forward. Number 17, Jordan Bebus, the sophomore from Paynesville, Minnesota. And number 91, Sophia Buckberger, the powerhouse senior from Oakville, Ontario, Canada. On defense, number 7, Sarah Benson, the freshman from Whitmore, Lake Michigan. Number 18, Caitlin Moreland, the sophomore from San Marino, California. And as John said, in goal, Rachel Hart. For your Chippewas, Sarah Binkowski, Annie Castor, Mariah Wilson, all for your starting forwards. On defense, Mac Barnett, number 12, and Gabby Lepore, number 16. As we get set for a face-off, Castor will enter the circle, and it's underway as LTU will take possession past the blue line. They lose it there, and Castor will try to battle against the boards to receive it and sends it the length of the ice down the left-hand side. Chippewas battle yet again, and that's going to be Wilson trying to stick that one out as LTU gains possession past the blue. Buckberger has it now mid-ice. Loses it as a Chippewa hits the ground, and Sierra Binkowski will try to take that one up and loses it on her stick. LTU now on the left-hand side. Battling for it is Andy Castor as she takes possession of that one, going through mid. Weaves through a couple Blue Devils and loses it on her stick. Receives possession yet again and tries to get another couple Chippewas in there as Delray will come out and try to take that one. A shot in! A goal directly off the bat as LTU Devils will hit the ground. And Kylie, a very, very early goal here, John, with only 19:15 left to go. I didn't expect that one to go in so early.
If you're Central, you needed that. You needed that goal today. You needed it that early to kind of set the tempo.
At first, I thought there was a penalty, John, because none of the fans were cheering and nobody's arms went up in celebration, and then they realized that it hit the back of the net, and then everyone erupted.
It was that quick of a wrist shot.
Well, you can tell Chippewas are coming back, and they're ready to go as Kylie's got another one already, and LTU Devil hits the ice. Kylie with another shot, a rebound possibility, and it goes in yet again for the Chippewas. Number 61, Gabby Nixon with another one. That, John, is 2 goals in just less than a minute for the Chippewas. 19:05 left to go in the first.
Well, if Kylie's goal was needed, Nixon with the goal, that goal was definitely, now you're up 2-0.
Well, you can tell, John, I just said it, but they are bouncing back.
And that's Kylie's 6th goal.
It's going to be a timeout for the LTU Blue Devils, and honestly, if they're their coach, I would have taken a timeout as well. 2 goals in less than a minute. John, what are your thoughts on how they're bouncing back from that loss last night?
Well, Marty is a great place to play. It's nice to play in front of your home fans. They needed those quick goals. Last night, you come out slow. You know, we can attribute it to bus legs and maybe some of the Sioux games. Tonight, you come out, you look more confident. And you really got to play well in front of your goalie, too. So getting those 2 early goals is very helpful.
Absolutely, John. I mean, for Kylie Delray to come out within less than 30 seconds, and Nixon follows it up with a rebound off of Hart's left pad. If you're Hart, John, what are you looking for to just try to bounce back and stop more shots?
I think you're asking your defense to please help me.
Yeah.
You can't really do everything on your own if you're the goalie, and you really would like your defense to help out.
Well, they're looking to keep it up as Nixon heads to the circle and wins that faceoff. Hutchinson will stick it left and throw it down for Caitlin Williams. Icing is called, and we'll send it back to the Chippewa zone. 18:57 left to go here at Martin Ice Arena. Skipped about 8 minutes there on the clock, John.
Don't do that.
I know, LTU needs those 8 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll head to another face-off as Nixon will take this one. She wins that one, and that goes off the stick of Schroer. Left-hand side now, Delray fights for it. 3 Chippewas against the boards, and they end up with possession. That'll be Hutchinson that sticks it left and throws it down for Whitus. Whitus now to Williams. Handling in her own zone. Nixon tries to steal and is unsuccessful. LTU will have to reset after that blue line. DiMaggio sticks it down now. The Blue Devils keeping it in their own zone. Ortega throws it up. And Whitus will take possession. Looks like it went into the Chippewa bench for a second and fell out. DiMaggio now with it. She had 2 last night and goes far left of the goal there. No problem for Schroer. We'll head again to a face-off in the Chippewa zone. John, you can tell a lot more pressure coming from CMU as compared to yesterday.
And I think they look a lot better in the defensive zone. They're not allowing those shots to get through to Bree, and it's really helpful for a goalie if you have a defense that's not letting shots go by.
Well, our player to watch, Annie Castor, steps into the circle and wins the face-off for the Chippewas. LTU moving around the back of the boards there, and there to stop is Mac Barnett. Number 18 now, Zoe Sauty sticks it up middle. She'll retain possession, and that'll be offsides. Sauty tried to stick it up to Binkowski, and Binkowski lost it on her skate, and Sauty tried to throw it back up, and unfortunately it was just past the blue line. Castor again in the zone, and she'll take that. DiMaggio going behind her own net, sticks it left to Fennessy, A great play from Buckberger, and she'll put it to the right side for another Blue Devil. Buckberger trying to get possession in the middle, and John, we're seeing a lot of Chippewa defense, which is helping them out, but look out, here comes Annie Castor coming down the right-hand side. And she falls as it just tries to get a last-ditch effort on goal and doesn't get anything there. Darche now coming around the left-hand side.
All 3 zones are looking fantastic to start this game.
Hutchinson unfortunately loses that one, and the Chippewas are forced to reset. Sticks it up left end. Now it's caught by an LTU Blue Devil. Moreland, number 18, goes in for it. And it goes just directly through a Chippewa's leg, but no problem for Bree Schroer, the junior from Essexville, Michigan, number 25.
I think that's the first or second shot on goal so far for LTU.
For LTU, that's I think the second, and that just barely skipped through Chippewa's defensive legs, and they're helping out with the defensive pressure. Bree Schroer's barely had to do anything.
And that's what you like if you're a goalie.
Oh, 100%. Chippewas now take possession. Number 21 for them, Alyssa Gray. Stick middle, and DiMaggio will take possession of it. Chippewas all surrounding her. Sauty. Alyssa Haney now. And it'll be Whitus that has possession on the left-hand side, sticking it left. Bergen trying to just get past the blue line and looks for a line change. LTU, DiMaggio with some stick handles. Lockout with it now, and Schroer easily blocks that one off her left pad. Number 2 for the Chippewas, Mariah Wilson, who it's her last home game. An easy block by Sophia Hart, as she played tremendous yesterday. Liatino. And now in the middle for Mac Barnett. Battling against an LTU Blue Devil and loses it. Chippewas reset here. And their passes, John, have gotten tremendously better from last night.
Able to connect stick to stick.
Buckberger going down the left-hand side, tries to get it through Mac Barnett, and as we said yesterday, Mac needs to stop her, and we saw that just happen. Mac playing a great defensive game thus far, stopping DiMaggio and Buckberger on both attempts.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. You get last change at Marty at home, and you're able to put Mac out there with Buckberger.
Well, look out, John. An easy glove save by Bree Schroer off the defensive attack, and nothing comes of it.
I feel like every single goalie for all 3 teams for Central, the glove hand is just spectacular, and you see it there.
Schroer demonstrating her gracious ability to stop any puck that comes her way. 15:09 left to go here as LTU will backhand it to the right side, and a Chippewa will retain possession. That's Alyssa Haney. Delray goes down as a check was not called. Nixon going right now. Trying to skate past some Blue Devil defenders as Caitlin Williams will stick that one in the middle, and Gabby Nixon with the shot there. Another shot for Williams, and it just goes right off the pad of Hart. Oh, another check on Kylie. As the LTU Blue Devils attempt to set up an attack here, and Buckberger just sticks it down the left side and throws it behind the back of the net for Williams to pick up. Williams backhands it now to Alyssa Haney. Delray trying to get around her, and stepping up now is Tate Hutchinson. The Blue Devils not able to get any shots off thus far. That'll be number 61, Gabby Nixon, who sticks it all the way left to try to clear it out of the zone. She does just that again, and it's gloved by LTU. Moreland unable to get anything going, and here comes Caitlin Williams on the fast break. 1v1, and some very unfortunate fundamentals that just got lost there. Goes just right, and the Chippewas reset now, and Mac Barnett will get ready to set up another attack.
She had the goalie down. If you can just get that backhander just off the stick.
Very, very close. It looked like Hart might have barely tipped it. LTU tries to clear the zone, and it's stopped by number 19, Sandra Binkowski.
I'll say this. Whether they were if they're checks or not, the refs last night called one of the most consistent games I've seen. And right now they're calling pretty consistent so far.
Andy Castor takes that face off as that was a hand pass on LTU. Andy Castor puts it to the slot and is unable to get anything off there, and it was a very close one. Chippewas now, a close slot pass for the Chippewas, and Mac Barnett again resets to set up an attack. She's been very good at that thus far. Andy Castor against the boards now, trying to attack, and Whitus gains possession. She'll stick it over to Mac Barnett, but Castor will get that. Chippewas now running it behind their own goal, and Whitus is there to stick it out, but it goes to an LTU player. And again, it's number 17, Taya Hutchinson, who clears the zone for the Chippewas, and a stick goes flying. Alyssa Gray loses her stick on that play. Not exactly sure what happened. John, were you able to catch that?
That is going to be interference on an LTU player. I just saw the stick fly across the ice.
Well, if that is the case, it'll be CMU's first power play. And again, John, that was Buckberger. She had 2 last night in the second period, which caused CMU to get 1. So they have been very, very good on the power play, and Gabby Nixon will come in to take this face-off.
How do you keep the leading scorer off the score sheet? Get her in the
penalty
box.
Yeah, there you go. Hutchinson back to take that, and Williams will stick it now over. A shot and a redirect that just went left. Gabby Nixon trying to fight for it as Delray gets it, and looks like she's gonna pass to the slot and takes a great shot and a rebound that if a Chippewa was there would have been able to put in. Caitlin Williams now has it.
I was gonna say, good job by Hart with that rebound, getting it in the corner. That's the safest spot for a rebound to go.
Hutchinson goes through the legs of Williams in an attempt to get to Delray, and Delray just missed that one. Chippewas are forced to reset, but Hutchinson will pick it back up. Williams just missed that one on her stick, but she'll fight for it again as Hutchinson will stick it back into their zone. Battle between the blue lines as both LTU and Chippewas are fighting for it. Williams will try to stick it to Delray and is unsuccessful, but don't fear, Nixon is right there. Sticks it now to Hutchinson. Looks for a shot and goes just far right. Again, Hutchinson goes now to Gabby Nixon. And missed that one. The Chippewas are forced to reset with 45 seconds left in the power play. Williams crosses the blue line during a line change, and it's a one-on-one, her against 4 Blue Devils, and just missed it. very, very good stick handling by Williams there, and that was very impressive, John.
What a save by Hart with the glove. That's two now that you think there's a wide open net and Hart just makes the save.
The brick wall, they should call her, as Andy Castor takes the face-off and wins it. Blue Devils down on the ice, and Castor looks to fight. Bienkowski now. Blue Devils will send it the length of the ice, and Chippewas are forced to reset with 20 seconds left in the power play. 10:56 here to go at Martin Ice Arena. 2-0 in favor of your Central Michigan Chippewas. Number 19, Bienkowski, looking for it and doesn't get there in time, as Hart will glove that one up for a stoppage on the play.
Well, you got an offensive zone faceoff. You got 8 seconds left on the power play. 8 seconds is a lot of time, especially if you're in the offensive zone. They've got to win the faceoff, though.
Castor's been tremendous in the circle so far, and she looks to do it again, and unfortunately doesn't get it off, but LTU sends it directly to Chippewa Whitus. Barnett now with it, throws it on net, and a redirect from number 19 on the Chippewas. Bienkowski looked to do exactly what Kylie did last night with a minute left, and the redirect was almost there. It looks like Hart's learned from her mistake last night.
Both teams are full strength now, too, so watch Buckberger back on the ice.
Barnett now with it at the blue line and hits a wall pass to Castor. Castor loses it, and Barnett is forced to reset for the Chippewas. She does just that, and it has an amazing pass to Saudi. Saudi drops it back to Castor, and Castor tries to send it to number 19 for the Chippewas. Bienkowski. Sarah Benson now for LTU will throw it to the middle ice. Oh, a shot from number 18 on the Chippewas, Saudi. She goes down as a Blue Devil tripped over her back. Some very good stick handling by Buckberger, and you can see why she's number 1 in the ACHA. She'll put a shot on net, but it's blocked by a body, Hutchinson. Battle behind the Chippewas net here as Liatino will try to pick that one up, and she does. Wall pass now, and she was looking for Wilson. Battle again behind the net, this time in the LTU zone. Chippewas have it, and they're looking for a shot off now. A battle in the circle, and bodies are hitting each other, and there was about 3 Chippewas and 4 Blue Devils in there, and they were just trying to shove it into the net, but Hart kept her composure, put the pads down, and made the save.
Fans, don't forget that the CMU Club Hockey Network YouTube channel is your one-stop shop for CMU men's, or for highlights, exclusive interviews, and full game broadcasts for CMU men's D3 and women's D2 hockey. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so as you never miss a moment of Chippewa hockey. Just go to YouTube and search CMU Club Hockey Network to find the channel.
And they will call icing on that one.
I might run out of breath.
Or, excuse me, offsides.
I might run out of breath on ad read too.
Well, John, you'll get used to it being on CCHN as Alyssa Gray will step into the circle to take that one. Whitus now has it and sticks it down to number 16 for the Chippewas. Regaining possession is DiMaggio. Oh, and a great showing of stick handling from DiMaggio, and got past a couple Chippewas, but Bree Schroer makes the chest save there, and if that was just a little further right for DiMaggio, that could have put the LTU Blue Devils on the scoreboard.
Silky smooth.
DiMaggio has it again, and you got to look out for her as the Chippewas try to clear the zone here. Darche trying to get it out, and she does, but it hits a Blue Devil defenseman, and it'll go right back to the Chippewa zone. Ortega looking for her first shot of the night. Chippewas now fighting for it against the blue line. Ortega lost possession, and Fennessy takes it. It's right into the slot, and it'll be number 7, Whitus, that clears that one in protection of Bree Schroer.
If you're Central, you can't go back to how you played last night. You've got to get pucks out of the defensive zone.
That was another good look for Sydney Lockow there that almost hit Bree Schroer's pads. Another shot on goal, and bodies yet again in the way, and that was yet again Whitus. CMU struggling to clear this zone.
They
There
finally
it
get
is.
one out, but that's going to be.
Looks like it. Yep, it's going to be icing as Ortega just stopped the burners and let that one slide into their end.
You don't want to take the icing for the offensive zone face-off, but it gives you a bit of a time to catch your breath.
It's better than a shot on goal, John. Well, the Chippewas will go back to a face-off. Alyssa Gray will take it. Loses that one, and Moreland will stick it left. DiMaggio behind her net. Was looking for Moreland at first, and that'll go onto the glove of Bree Schroer. Just trying to clear this zone, and Chippewas do just that. Oh, as Caitlin Williams is putting on the burners to get there and stop the icing, and doesn't end up getting it. John, you can see the Chippewas playing with a lot more pace, a lot more speed, and a lot more determination. They want this game a lot more than they did last night.
Yeah, but I think the issue right now is this is 2 straight icings. This is the problem they had last night, was getting out of their own zone, and they're struggling now.
Buckberger takes it, and Moreland looks for it. Bergen almost had that one, and that could have been a one-on-one fast break, but don't worry, here comes Caitlin Williams that stole that one, and she'll look for the middle. No, she'll take it herself, and and it's a goal for the Central Michigan Chippewas. Number 61, Gabby Nixon, puts that one in off the rebound from the shot from Caitlin Williams.
What did we talk about last night with Lauren? The rebounds. That rebound placed perfectly out in front for Nixon to take advantage of that. And that's what you want your leading goal scorer to do. You want her to take advantage of those opportunities, and when a puck is sitting right there, put it in the back of the net.
Well, that's her second of the night. She's looking for the Hattie now, John.
I don't have a hat to throw on the ice.
I
missed it. I missed my opportunity.
We can't even if we're up here. We're in the top levels of the Martin Ice Arena, but look out, John. Here comes Mac Barnett. Tried to backhand it to Delray, doesn't get it off, so LTU will take possession. It's a 1-on-2 for DiMaggio, sticks it past left, tries to go in and shoot for it, but Mac Barnett there to stop her.
I think that one of the issues with LTU is having the 2 stars on your team. Now you're relying on two women to get you back in a hockey game because they are the leading point getters.
Delray trying to go right on that one and just barely got her stick poked up. DiMaggio just barely missed that one, and that'll turn into a Chippewa possession. Great passing now from the Chippewas as Binkowski tries to go right to Delray. LTU will stick it out though and gain possession. Here comes Lockout. Hutchinson battling forward against the boards here, and they're looking to get it out, and the Chippewas do. It'll be Annie Castor that takes it. Trying to get it now to Saudi. Saudi tried to put the burners on and was unable to get it off, and that's going to be another icing. John, even though they are up 3-0 right now, the icing is becoming a little bit of a problem for them.
Yeah, but if nothing comes of it, if you're not getting goals off of it, it's fine. You don't want to make a habit of it, though, because you can't change.
Face-off ensues, and LTU will take that. Benson sticks it to the middle. Number 14 for the Blue Devils, Ortega will try to hit that one in. It'll go far right as the Chippewas take possession. Saudi. Again, Saudi trying to get it down, and here comes Annie Castor. Another icing. Now, John, you just said you don't want to make a habit of it, and while that is true, you got to look at the Blue Devils. They're not getting any shots off on goal from this.
No, but like you said, you don't want to make a habit of it. You're able to contain them in your own zone so far, but you don't want to make a habit of getting hemmed in there.
Castor's performing tremendously in the circle, and we saw that yesterday as well.
Sometimes goals and assists aren't the only stat. Winning faceoffs in critical situations are huge.
As you can see, Castor had a beautiful between-the-legs pass, and she was looking for number 18, Zoe Saudi, on the chips. Castor again with it on the blue line. Fennessy battling for it as Buckberger comes in, swoops in, and takes it. She's left now, and she takes a shot on Schroer, and That'll hit her pad, and Schroer continues her amazing save percentage.
Looks like it's going to be a slashing on somebody.
Not exactly sure. It might be on Fennessy for the Blue Devils, and it is. So Fennessy will head to the box, putting Central Michigan on their second power play of the night. And John, the first one didn't come anything of it, but they're still up 3-0.
You didn't score, but on the power play, you want to get chances, and they had opportunities. Now it's capitalizing on those opportunities on the power play.
Gabby Nixon in line with Delray, Barnett, and Williams to try to put this one in on the power play. Whitus is there with them too and gets her shot and goal. She'll stick it all the way right, looking for Mac Barnett. Looks to go back to Whitus. And Delray will try to fake her out, but look out, here comes Sydney Lockout for the Blue Devils, but she'll easily be stopped by the Chippewas. Delray coming up the right-hand side now, goes straight to the middle for Williams. Williams will throw it left. Delray looking to come in and get that one just back to the middle for Whitus, and they do. Whitus with a shot on goal and gloved up by Sophia Hart.
I didn't see the player who got to her, but that back check from Central Michigan that's what you want. You don't want to have those opportunities shorthanded for LTU, and getting back on the back check was huge. I
believe that was Mac Barnett, and she was in our keys to the game yesterday for stopping Sophia Buckberger. Not only has she stopped Buckberger, she's created momentum to stop DiMaggio as well.
She's who you want on the ice if you're going to stop both players.
Whitus sends it to the middle for Williams. It'll go back out, and LTU will clear the zone. 1 minute left in the power play for Central Michigan, and it's 3:56 left to go here at Martin Ice Arena. 3-0 for your Chippewas, and she looked to go tape-to-tape with Delray and was unable to get that off. Blue Devils will again clear the zone, and here comes DiMaggio. But there's Hutchinson to kick that one out. Castor now with it, coming up the right side, and sticks it directly to an LTU Blue Devil. DiMaggio just trying to fight for it against 3 different Chippewas, and unable to do so, and loses the puck to Castor. She'll try to stick it to Williams and is unable to complete that pass. John, in the past couple minutes, the Chippewas passing game has broken down a little bit.
You had a good start to the power play. Now with 14 seconds, you got time for one more chance, but you got to have a sense of urgency here.
Well, here comes Castor. She might have one here, and she receives it off a Blue Devil stick, and that'll go far up in the air for number 18, Zoe Saudi, to collect it. Castor again with the stick, has a chance for the slot, and it'll be bounced off a Blue Devil.
Somebody on the ice for LTU.
Yeah.
I didn't see what happened.
It was Fennessy that fell to the ice there. She came out of the box, and not exactly sure what happened there, but Lockout takes a shot on Schroer and misses that one. It'll come back up to the blue line off of her own player. I believe that was Buckberger that blocked that one for LTU.
I want to say if you're LTU, that's not, with a roster of this size, that's not something you want to have happen.
Oh, well, John, look out. Bree with a beautiful save off her pad, and that one really helps the Chippewas.
Nice post-to-post movement.
Hutchinson passes now to Saudi. Saudi with an opportunity, and Hart will easily glove that one up. I think Saudi was just trying to get something off there so they could get a line change going.
Not being familiar with this team, the one thing I've noticed from both of the goalies on Central, their post-to-post is really good. They're able to get from post-to-post quickly, and the blocker side is really good.
We'll head now to a face-off where Leontino will take this one. We're looking to see Fennessy back out on the ice. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Wilson and Leontino go for it now, as LTU will try to regain possession as Whitus sticks it now to Lipor. She'll head it up to, it was a target for Wilson and didn't go tape to tape. A Chippewa falling down on the ice and trying to get something going with 1:30 left to go. Comes now to the middle and looks for Wilson there and completely missed the puck. just tries to get a shot off, and no trouble whatsoever for Bree Schroer as reaches her left hand out and gloves that one up.
Lawrence Tech doing a good job in the neutral zone, just trying to clog up those passing lanes.
You can tell this is a very tired LTU line. I mean, looking at their bench right now, they've only got 5 players that are waiting to come out. This is going to be a very tired LTU team by the end of this matchup.
As someone who knows about that all too well, I can tell you that by the end of this third period, they should be gassed.
Well, shout out to John and his D2 team, as that'll go just farther than Nixon's stick can reach. It looks to be LTU that takes this one at their own blue line and hits the stick of Buckberger. Buckberger will take a shot through Hutchinson's legs, and that was a speedy shot. That could have gone in if it wasn't for just being wide. Tries to hit the slot as, number 17 for LTU will go down. That's Jordan Bebus.
I don't know if she took a high stick there.
Nah, I believe she tripped over one of the Chippewas players. We do hope she is okay. She is getting up. And she will skate off to the bench. Now, John, that is one of the great things about hockey is even though there's fights and even though it's a very physical sport, it's never a good thing when anyone gets hurt. So you could see the Chippewa and LTU bench both clapping for her as she got up and headed off to the bench.
Never want to see anybody get injured.
Buckberger wins that faceoff and gets it to Moreland at their own blue. It'll be immediately passed back by Mac Barnett, and she's been amazing defensively so far. Here comes Gabby Nixon. Tries to go to the middle to Caitlin Williams and just misses that one. Delray coming in the left side now and falls and trips over an LTU Blue Devil, and no call there. Gabby Lepore back checking now against DiMaggio, and DiMaggio will get it left side of her. Going to the slot now, and it was blocked by Kylie Delray. Mac Barnett playing, again, an amazing defensive game, John, and you can't help but praise her for all that she's done for the Chippewas as the first period comes to a close here at Martin Ice Arena. Your Chippewas are up 3-0. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the first intermission report, and we'll give you everything you need to know before this second period of action. You're watching CCHN. Welcome back to CCHN. We welcome you here inside Martin Ice Arena. We got some fresh ice, fresh 20 minutes on the clock, and some fresh players. John, what are you looking for in this second period?
More of the same from the first. More goals. You got to play a little bit better in your own zone.
Yeah, well, Nixon had 2 on that last period, and she's looking for the hat trick either second or third period. Kylie scored 1 on that one. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties. Weren't able to get the intermission report out. But don't worry, Brody, we'll be back for the second intermission report after these 20 minutes.
Here's a shortened intermission report. We're up 3-0.
There you go, John. We appreciate you. Well, you know what? We ought to have you on for an intermission report sometimes.
Oh, I don't know. I do my own intermission
there
report.
You go.
So
Go check out the D2 team on Black Dog. Well, we go to a face-off now. Gabby Nixon will try to take that, and it's hit off her stick, and it'll go to number 18 for the LTU Blue Devils, Caitlin Moreland. A chance in the zone for the Chippewas and unable to get anything started, but here comes Buckberger down the right-hand side. She'll stick it all the way down and goes behind the goal, and Hutchinson's there to pick it up. Del Rey now with it, sticks it left. That'll go off a skate of a Blue Devil, and now in possession of the puck is Caitlin Williams. With speed down the left-hand side is Nixon now. She looks for the slot, and a close redirect from Williams goes far right. Still with possession are the Chippewas, and Nixon looks behind the net for a pass to the slot, and Caitlin Williams is there to try to take it. She picks it back up, a little backhander, a possible shot on net, and nothing comes of it, and Chippewas are forced to reset. Whitus sticks it now to Hutchinson on the right side, and she'll skate up with speed. Line change for the Chippewas, get some fresh bodies out on the ice, but they've got to hurry up because here comes Buckberger down the right-hand side. Excuse me. That's Bebus, who we saw fall earlier, and good to see that she's back. Hutchinson defending it in her own zone. She'll fall to the ice and trying to get the stick out of there, and no penalty called as Hutchinson's getting hit repeatedly with a stick.
Refs have been fairly lenient today.
They have. They've been letting them play. At the blue line now are the Blue Devils. Ortega tries to go backhanded, and Castor almost picks that one up, but there is Barnett. Bienkowski almost had that one, and LTU will get possession of it and come left and looks for a shot and doesn't get it off. Hutchinson and Barnett there to stop the Blue Devils' offensive power behind the line, and LTU misses that one off the stick, is forced to reset, and Chippewas will end up with possession of that one as Castor takes it. Loses it, and Mac Barnett will get it. LTU and will take that at the battle of the blue line. Lockout tried to stick it up and was unable to do so. So Castor will take possession of the middle ice. Coming up with speed now, and backhands it to number 23 for the Chippewas, Darche. Going around their own goal, and LTU takes it. Darche still battling for it on the left-hand corner. Another Chippewa will come in and try to swoop that one, and that's Zoe Bergen. John, you're seeing a little bit more physicality from both sides. Is a possible shot in the middle of the slot, and a check on number 21 for the Chippewas, Alyssa Gray. You could see, I believe that was Buckberger that hit her down, and
it's fairly physical. I mean, I think the refs are doing a good job of keeping a control of this game, and they're not letting it get out of hand. And they're just letting both teams play.
Lockout, Chapman, and Ortega will head off the ice for the Blue Devils and get some fresh bodies. Zoe Bergen battles against the right-handed corner, and she'll lose possession of it, and here comes the Blue Devils, and that's easily shut down by number 7 on the Chippewas, Whitus. Skating through the Chippewas is Buckberger of the LTU. Pass to the slot for the Blue Devils, and possible shot on goal easily saved by Bree Schroer.
The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association, the CMU Club Hockey Network, WMHW, and Moore Hall Television. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the ACHA, CCHN, WMHW, and MHTV.
John, you're getting better at it. Last night we had a little bit of a struggle, but now we've got it.
I'm not used to ad reads. I do slogans, so it's new to me.
Yeah, well, that's a welcome to the CCHN moment there for you.
I think Reagan's done enough to welcome me to CCHN.
Our producer Reagan over here laughing. Very happy to have him here tonight as the Blue Devils are coming in hot now with speed. Pass to the slot as the Chippewas a little confused on where the puck was, but it's okay. Liatino took that one out of the slot. She'll send it up the way now for number 6 in the Chippewas. They regain possession. And Laporte tried to take that one and send it down the slot and was unable to do so. Nixon battling for it now. And that one will go up and get caught in the netting there. This will give the Chippewas an opportunity to get out some fresh bodies. And John, you can tell LTU is getting pretty tired. They're skating slower, and with such a short bench, kind of what you expect.
Yeah, I think last night's game might have taken a bit of a toll, and you can kind of tell here in the second period they're a bit tired.
Not only that, but the Chippewas are already up 3-0. It's got to be a morale issue for them as well.
I think you're pretty confident.
And a shot on goal, and sorry to cut you off, John, but that was a chest save by Hart there.
I think if you're LTU, you're pretty confident, though. You have the leading point getters in ACHA, in the CCWHA, so they can strike at any minute.
Nixon now battles for it in the face-off circle. Barnett will take it and send it down to Williams. Williams misses that one as Del Rey fights for it on the blue line. Nixon and Barnett getting ready to set something up as Bergen's down on the ice. Williams goes to the slot and another shot on Hart, and it is saved.
Better offensive zone presence right now for the Chippewas than they had last night. You want to hem the team into their own defensive zone. You don't want them to get a chance to break out. Central doing a good job of keeping them hemmed in.
15:25 left to go here at Martin Ice Arena. Your score, Chippewas lead 3-0 in the second period. Nixon will step into the circle for this one. She's been outstanding. Her alongside Castor in the circle. John, you said earlier face-offs win games for you, and Castor and Nixon showing that tremendously.
Sometimes it's not all about goals and assists. Sometimes, winning face-offs in critical aspects of the game is huge.
Well, Whitus will have to reset for the team, and Mac Barnett's there to help her out as she gets the pass and kicks it over to Kylie Del Rey, who had some beautiful stick handling in her own zone and tried to get a pass to Blue Devil defenders. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough as the Blue Devils will take possession as Buckberger's skating with speed down the left-hand side, backhands it directly back to Del Rey. She'll skate around her own net and looks for Williams. Beautiful pass, and Del Rey skating now with speed against Ortega. Gets that one. She'll hit the ice. Delayed penalty coming up here as Nixon skates around their own net, and that'll be a penalty on LTU. Hutchinson has it now, and they're looking to get something off. Ooh, just skipped by Hart's glove, and it did go in. Unfortunately, the refs called the penalty to throw LTU into the box just beforehand.
They call it. I didn't see an LTU player touch the puck, and on a delayed penalty, it keeps going until the offending team touches the puck. I didn't see him touch it. I saw
it was
wide
Hart that gloved it at first,
okay,
and it went off her glove and skipped past for a defender to pick up and put in. Unfortunately, it doesn't end up going as CMU will head back to the power play for the third time tonight with 14:21 here to go.
I did not see what the penalty was.
I did not either. Bienkowski fights for it against Blue Devils, and I believe that was offsides.
No.
Oh, actually, no. There's a penalty coming up.
That's going to be...
And that'll send Bienkowski to the box to put it on a 4-on-4.
So a hooking call just ends the power play. You only got 14 seconds of power play time.
Well, you're looking at the refs now, John, and they're looking a lot less lenient than they did in the first.
Calls are still being you know, not lenient, but it's consistent. That's what you want
There
from
you
your
go.
officials.
Yep, that's a better
You want to
word
be
for it.
consistent.
Lockout heads to the face-off circle as CMU and LTU will begin their 4-on-4 battle. Number 7 for LTU, Sarah Benson will pick this one up. And Chapman put the burners on, tried to get there for the icing and was unable to do so. I think that's LTU's only second icing of the night.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I thought she might have been just over the line. But, you know, for CMU, this is big. You get an offensive zone face-off 4-on-4. You want your speed out there, too. So here's a chance for CMU to increase this lead to 4.
Here's our player to watch, Annie Castor, that heads into the face-off circle. She'll go against Buckberger in an attempt to get the puck out to the slot. She'll hit the ice as number 18, Zoe Sauty, will pick it up. Oh, and actually off the skate of the ref as an attempt to pass it over to Hutchinson. The Chippewas will reset as Hutchinson clashes sticks and the puck goes into the LTU bench, and that'll cause for another faceoff. CMU gets some fresh bodies out on the ice now as Declan Whitus and Mac Barnett will come in alongside Gabby Nixon and Caitlin Williams.
When this 4-on-4 ends, LTU is going to have about 15 minutes of power play time.
Now, John, this line right here is a powerhouse for CMU, and every goal has come from this line so far.
Yeah, you got your skill ladies on the ice. Looking for one of them to kind of put one in the net to make it 4-0.
Whitus getting very physical to get past a couple players. It looked like Buckberger fell back on the sheer power of that, but here comes a one-on-one break. Whitus forces her left and stops the break. Williams goes for it now. Oh, and here comes Gabby Nixon looking for her third of the night. She'll stop back. Battling still against Buckberger. Buckberger ends up winning that bout, and LTU will get possession. They pass the blue line with speed. Past one Chippewa, past two Chippewas, and it's a fast break that ends up going nowhere for the Blue Devils. Jordan Bibas got past two of Chippewa's best defenders, some great stick handling, and throws it very, very high up into the air, and I believe that went off the post, John.
You ask most goalies, your best friend is that red post that goes around the net.
Yep. There you go.
Always thinking it every night.
I mean, the Chippewas had a few moments like that last night as Casper and Lockout head to the face-off where Benson takes possession. Another shot on Schroer and easily saved.
That was a good save, 5-hole. Able to close the pads quickly and not let it get through.
Very good demonstration from Schroer so far, not letting anything get past her, although there hasn't been a whole lot of chances for her to do much. The defense on CMU has been terrific.
You know, they're clogging passing lanes, and that's huge.
Castor coming in hot on that one, and that'll go up and over and past the netting, and that'll cause for another face-off as Benson and Moreland really wanted that one back in their own zone. John, you're looking now at the face-offs, and CMU continues to win them and get it out of their zone. What do you think is the biggest factor in that?
Face-offs are a toss-up. You have really good players who take or good at face-offs, and then you have players, you know, that aren't so good. And sometimes it's just a toss-up. But, you know, getting your stick in there.
Icing waved off as LTU put on the heaters to get there. Check against the boards for Hutchinson. And here comes Castor with speed. Hits off another stick, and number 16 for the Chippewas, Gabby Lepore takes it. Lockout will be off sides on there as CMU gets a couple more bodies out on the ice.
Oh, actually, someone is down on the ice.
It'll be Castor.
No. I can't see.
Oh, I'm not actually
board.
sure.
I didn't see if it was a check or what.
Well, we are going to head to break. We will inform you with everything we know after this short intermission. You're watching CCHN. You're watching CCHN as we welcome you back here inside Martin Ice Arena. 12-11 to go. Your score 3-0 with 2 minutes for the 2 minutes for the Chippewas on the power play as Gabby Lepore was the one down, and she gets up and howls off to the bench on the arms of Mac Barnett and another one of her teammates. It's good to see her get up, and we wish her the best of luck on whatever injury she's ensued. The Chippewas now trying to clear the zone. Oh, and a goal off the bat for Sarah Binkowski. That was quick, John, right off the face-off.
Yeah, very quick. But that's what you want on your power play. You want those opportunities. Central able to capitalize on the power play there.
Well, 1:48 in the power play, and it only took them 12 seconds, John.
The quicker the better when you're talking about the power play.
11:58 here to go. Score now 4-0 in favor of your Central Michigan Chippewas. Binkowski picks up her first. Saudi now on the left-handed side, and LTU will try to take it back. Bergen fighting for it. Saudi will remain possessive. Binkowski, the recent goal scorer, tried to take it, and Saudi and Binkowski now trying to fight. LTU will attempt to take possession of it, but Saudi tried to get it in, and Hart came out of her slot pretty far, John, to pick that one up and glove it, which was a very risky play, knowing how fast Saudi was coming in.
The other thing that, you're down 4-0. When do you change goal? You wait for another goal to go in until you change goalies? Because right now she's letting forward. Not all of them are on her, but maybe getting a fresh spark out there with a change.
Well, here comes a one-on-one for LTU and the Chippewas, and a great save by Bree Schroer that I believe went off the top end of her stick. LTU sends it back to the blue line and tries to get something going. 22, Allison Haney on the Chippewas. Popped that one out of the zone, and a slapper just goes wide, and Bree Schroer saves that one again. Tino goes for it now, and number 2 on the Chippewas, Mariah Wilson. Okay, Hutchinson sticks it all the way right, as that'll go off an LTU player, number 95. Kristen McQueen, the 5th-year senior from Livonia, and send it back to a face-off. CMU getting some fresh bodies out on the ice, and they'll get their top line back out.
Big face off in the neutral zone right in front of the central bench, too.
And it is won by Gabby Nixon. And she'll take it herself, handling it through multiple LTU defenders. But here comes Caitlin Williams. She'll stick it now back to Declan Whitus. Goes through the legs of Barnett, and she'll send it to the slot. Delray with a backhanded pass to Williams, and just skips her blade. Here comes Buckberger on the offensive side. It's Lockout that picks it up after the roundabout of the puck. Delray controlling in her own zone. Hits it to Nixon. Nixon with Williams on her right, and she gets there. Williams has a great opportunity, just misses the puck, falls down to the ice, and Nixon picks it back up. Whitus now with it. She'll take one from the blue line, and it's hit by an LTU defender. I believe that was Lockout. Nixon fighting for it as another LTU player goes to the ground. Whitus sticks it to Barnett. Barnett to the slot, and no redirect as an LTU player gets in the way. Benson clears the zone, and Mac Barnett and Whitus come down for the icing. Couple new players for the CMU Chippewas as their top line will go out and bring in a couple more fresh bodies.
Opportunity for Nixon there to get her 3rd goal of the game.
We're about halfway through this very, very eventful second period, and we'll go to a face-off again, and it's won by CMU. Sticked up back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson will take one from the blue line. A rebound possibility. Bodies hit the ground, and Haney now has it. She'll shoot one, and that goes far above the goal post. And another attempt, and Sophia Hart keeping her ground.
You keep mentioning the title of one of my favorite songs.
Lockout now with it, gets past the Chippewa defender, but Hutchinson is there to clear it again. Continuing to fight for it, and here comes Benson for the Blue Devils. She loses that off her own stick, and she'll regain possession, however. It's been a very, very big battle of possession in both zones, John. You've seen it go back and forth all night.
Yeah, if you're Central, you really need to get the puck out of the zone, though, especially with Buckberger on the ice.
Hutchinson hits a great roundabout pass and a redirect to try to clear the zone, and it just misses the stick of a Chippewa. I believe that's number 18, Zoe Sauty, that's out there, and she'll fall down to the ice as Annie Castor gets her opportunity with a one-on-one fast break. She goes right, she gets past her defenseman, and it's blocked by Sophia Hart. A very, very good opportunity, though, stick handling it in their own zone and rounding it out.
What a move to get around the defender. I don't know if she got all of that shot, though. I want to say maybe the defender had a little bit of a stick in there. She gets all of that. I think she goes top shelf with it.
Oh, 100%. Zoe Bergen will take that face-off and win it for the Chippewas. LTU takes it back quickly, though, as no gain possession. Going against Mac Barnett there. And Buckberger versus Bergen. Oh, and a check on the ice and a penalty call.
I was going to say, if he didn't raise his arm for that, there's going to be something wrong.
I was about to say, I don't really know how much you can get away with.
That was you see numbers, you gotta hold up just a little bit.
I thought that was Buckberger at first, but it's actually DiMaggio, who had 2 goals last night and really helped LTU to take the victory.
I think the saying is now the same for DiMaggio. How do you keep the leading scorers off the sheet? You just send them to the box.
She may not be the leading scorer of the ACHA, but she's the second on the team for the Blue Devils and is a very big influence for them. That'll send CMU back to the power play where Nixon will take the face-off.
They're, 1 for 3 now on the power play.
Williams, Whitus, out there for the defense line. Whitus sticks it now to Nixon. Nixon to the slot, a rebound off a skate, trying to put it in, and nothing goes as Delray will throw it back to Williams. Williams collects that pass and will stick it to Delray. Delray in her own zone. Nixon with a very, very close post shot.
Took a bit long to get the shot off there. He had the open net. Nixon from keeping it over the blue line and causing a reset. Whitus will have it now, and that'll be a reset for the Chippewas as Williams and Whitus will skate back for that one. LTU gets fresh bodies out on the ice. Moreland, Lockout, Benson come in. Chloe Darche now handling it. Gets a little blocked pass from Nixon, and Darche looks for possession again. Williams has it now and blocks it from going past the blue line. Takes it past her defender, a little nice pass to Kylie Delray. Kylie Delray will shoot that one. That goes up and over the glove save of Sophia Hart, and that causes a stoppage on the play. 6:43 left to go here at Martin Ice Arena. Chippewas up 4-0. 47 seconds left to go on the penalty, John. Hey, you got an offensive zone face-off on the power play.
Hutchinson now with a shot from the blue line. That's an easy save for Sophia Hart as that bounces off her pads. Hutchinson again with another shot, and that one this time goes into the chest of Sophia Hart, and a little scuffle ensues in front of the net. As our player to watch, Annie Castor, looks like she accidentally tripped over the goalie's foot there, and she'll head back to the circle.
What's hockey without a little chippiness?
There you go. Castor and Sauty tried to get that one out of the zone, and LTU took it. Castor again with some beautiful fundamentals, and gets decked on the left-hand side. Tate Hutchinson coming down on the left with Sauty to her right.
You got time for one last rush here.
12 seconds left in the power play. They want to get something going. They'll stick it down to number 18, Zoe Sauty, on the left side. Sauty looks for a slot pass. ends up hitting it to Mac Barnett. Mac Barnett immediately to Castor. Castor will lose possession of it, and it'll go to an LTU defender. DiMaggio out of the box now, and a shot on Bree Schroer, and immediate chest save.
I think a Chippewa got their stick on that stick as well.
Chippewa's getting some fresh bodies out on the ice, and John, you're seeing this LTU offense slow down a lot. They don't have a deep bench, and it's getting caught up to them.
Well, when you have a roster like this, the more time you play on the ice, the more tired you're going to get.
Buckberger tried to get that out of the zone there, and CMU will take possession of it. A one-on-one, and doesn't become anything for the Chippewas. LTU coming down the left-hand side now, and it'll be blocked. Greg Slientino will come down on the left side and battle Ortega and Buckberger for the puck. Goes to middle ice, and it'll be a 1-on-2 for LTU. Close shot and a glove save by Bree Schroer.
Glove out of nowhere.
John, Bree Schroer has been amazing thus far. I mean, it's been a real help for a defenseman, too. Players like Mac Barnett have been able to shut down Sophia Buckberger and Theresa DiMaggio that's had endless shots.
After a night like last night for the Chippewas, you need Schroer to step in and kind of control things.
Ortega looking for the pass, and she'll collect it. Looks for a redirected shot off Buckberger, but Bree Schroer will glove that one back up for another stoppage on the play. Fresh bodies coming out now, and Hutchinson will come out on the defensive end for the Chippewas. Alyssa Gray and Leah Palmer come out as well. Face-off ensues, and LTU will take possession of it off the bat. Mac Barnett battling for it against the boards, and she'll collect it and try to clear the zone. LTU is forced to reset. Ortega off the pass to DiMaggio. Hutchinson now with it, looks for Barnett and connects. Barnett sticks it to the middle, and it'll redirect off number 21 for the Chippewas, Alyssa Gray. Icing is called, and we'll head now to the LTU zone. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the second period. Don't go anywhere. We will have your second intermission report. Brody will be on that one. Again, we were unfortunately not able to get him in the first. John covered that one up for us with a quick 3-second intermission report, saying the Chippewas up 3-0. Excuse me, now they are up 4-0 here with 4:20 left to go.
Sometimes quicker is better.
Whitus sticks it down the left side. 23, Chloe Darche tried to wrap around and stick that one in and wasn't able to do so. LTU gained possession of it now, and Buckberger will try to stick one in, and that'll be number 7, Declan Whitus, that got her stick in the way. Coming up now is number 23 for the Chippewas, and a shot and a possible redirect from Chloe Darche, and doesn't get that in. Whitus gains possession on the left-hand side, though, battling against 2 LTU defenders. Buckberger will stick that down to Chapman, and Hutchinson's there to block it. Buckberger has a direct pass to number 61, Gabby Nixon, for the Chippewas. Little too far for Caitlin Williams, but she gains possession right back after Mac Barnett comes around the slot. Mac Barnett skating with speed now. Puts one to the slot. Oh, and Kylie Del Rey a little too far for her stick to reach. She'll collect herself, though, and she's going for it again. Del Rey gets a little wraparound, and she'll go down on the ice. Mac Barnett's there to collect and sends it to the slot. Del Rey's back up and fighting again, and she'll take it and pass it down to number 23. Back to the slot, and Hart comes out to stop that one. Wasn't able to glove it up, though. Whitus there to back check. She does, and it goes off her stick, and the attack fizzles out. Nixon now fighting with Williams. As Nixon gains possession of it, goes down the left-hand side, and it'll be a reset and an icing for CMU. Now, John, you saw that earlier block and save by Sophia Hart, and that could have put him up 5-0 to give Chippewas in favor of the scoring board.
Rachel Hart.
Or not Sophia Hart. I've been calling her Sophia Hart all night, haven't I?
She's played very well. Last night, as a goalie, you can't ask for a better game than Rachel Hart had last night. And today, she hasn't had it, but Hall hasn't been on her.
John, I have no idea where I got Sophia from.
Hey, you know what, Parker? I don't know what goes on in your head sometimes.
I can't believe you said that on air, John.
Hey.
Well, that'll be back to a face-off. 2:05 left to go here at Martin Ice Arena.
Just here to
4-0
lighten the
in
mood.
favor of your Chippewas. Sorry, Chuck, go ahead.
Just here to lighten the mood.
Ah, there you go. Castor will take this one in the neutral zone. Number 18 for the LTU Blue Devils, Caitlin Moreland, stick that one out of the zone and try to clear it. It'll go directly to Mac Barnett. Or excuse me, Hutchinson for that matter. The Chippewas' own Bienkowski trying to get the attack moving as she'll get it to Annie Castor. Backhands it to the slot for Bienkowski, and she looked to pick up her second there, and it was blocked by an LTU defender. Hutchinson back at the blue line. She'll come up now and try to get a shot off, and another body in the way. Barnett now looking for the pass as a stoppage on the play is called. Getting some fresh bodies out for LTU and CMU as Kylie Delray, Caitlin Williams, and Declan Whitus will come back out.
Well, here you go, a power play opportunity if you're Central.
Not exactly sure who that's on, John. I can't see the number in the box right now. Number 17, that's going to be Jordan Bibas, her first penalty against CMU. Mac Barnett starts the power play off and gets it to Delray. And LTU clears the zone immediately, and CMU is forced to reset. Whitus picks that one up off the stick from Bree Schroer. Delray picks this one up and gets past two LTU defenders.
Sounds like it was
She'll hit it off to Gabriella Nixon. Over to Delray, the beautiful pass, and it's gloved up by Rachel Hart. I got that one right, John. Got that one right. We got Reagan over here clapping for me, doing an excellent job on the ones and twos. And
I know I'm new to CCHM, but I'm proud of you, Parker.
John, you're fired.
All right, I'm gone. See you guys.
All right, well, Nixon will head to a face-off, and I'll be taking over play-by-play and color for the rest of the night as I've just fired John.
Go for it.
A close shot attempt from Tate Hutchinson, and it'll be gloved up again by Rachel Hart. Now, John, 39 seconds left to go, a minute 20 left in the power play. They're trying to get something going. They've got a few shots off, but Rachel Hart's been a brick wall.
Yeah. On the power play, you kind of want to put this game away.
Don't mean to interrupt you, John, but they've been back in the slot every other couple seconds.
On the power play, you want to get this fifth goal. You want to kind of put this game away now.
You want to kind of seal the deal before the third even begins. Whitus now passes it to Saudi. Saudi will go to the slot, or excuse me, Caitlin Williams will go to the slot and doesn't connect. Whitus a little back and forth with Buckberger, and it looks like Buckberger's stick is stuck in the skate of Whitus as DiMaggio will take this one, throw it down, and 40 seconds left in the power play for CMU as time expires in the second period. So we'll head to the third period action after this intermission report by Brody that we will actually be able to get on camera this time. An unfortunate cause of technical difficulties allowed him to not be on camera, but we will be right back with Brody for your second intermission report. Don't go anywhere. You're watching CCHN.
welcome to your second intermission report on CCHN. I'm Brody Fennelly. The CMU Chippewas women's hockey team are up 4-0 after 2 periods on Lawrence Tech. The second period was not as hot as the first in terms of the scoring sheet, but CMU did finally manage to score on the power play off the goal from Sandra Bienkowski. They also did well on penalty kill. They had to face a 4-on-4, but they did well defensively. Bree Schroer is still standing on her head, and the defense is still locking it down to keep LTU off the score sheet. Great play from defensemen Mac Barnett and Declan Whitus. And we'll take you now to the out of town scoreboard. Grand Rapids Griffins play tonight at the Texas Stars at 8 o'clock. That'll be on 96.1 The Game and AHL TV. The Red Wings lost to the Toronto Maple Leafs yesterday, 3-2, and they'll be playing Wednesday against the New Jersey Devils. The Pistons, in their last game, lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers, so our only hope this week for Detroit sports teams are the good old Lions. They'll be playing Chicago Bears tomorrow at 10 a.m. in early game. That'll do it for your quick intermission report. I'm Brody Fennelly. We'll be right back here on CCHN for the third period of women's hockey action.
Well, we are back inside Martin Ice Arena. Unfortunately, we didn't have the cameras on Delray and Saudi coming back into the ice. That was the coolest handshake I think I've ever seen in my entire life, John. Were you able to catch that?
I was watching intently.
There was about 30 seconds of just pure awesomeness that attacked the ice. It was pretty cool. Reagan's laughing up my use of wordage on that, and honestly, can't expect anything less from me.
Hey, as a broadcaster, you have to have a very broad vocabulary.
Exactly. Awesomeness is not a word, but you know, John, today it is. Fresh ice, fresh bodies out there, and 40 seconds on the penalty play.
As Reagan makes fun of both of us.
You know what? It is what it is.
I think you should have just fired him.
We'll stick with you, John. We'll stick with you.
Okay. I'll see you on Black Dog next week.
I'll see you on Black Dog. Well, Mac Barnett will take that one and swing it around the goal post for a pass over to number 17, Tate Hutchinson. Or excuse me, Whitus. I am blind today, John. Caitlin Williams will pick that one up now as Gabby Nixon sends it down to Mac Barnett. A quick shot from the blue line, and John, that had some speed on it.
It was right into the chest, too.
Rachel Hart still holding her ground even though they're down 4-0 here. 30 seconds into this third period, and Chippewas are hoping to close it out. LTU is looking for a massive comeback.
I'll say the game's not over yet, especially when you have players like Buckberger and DiMaggio.
DiMaggio throws that one up and over, and that'll head right into the box of the LTU penalty box, actually. 19:23 left to go. 4 seconds left on the penalty. Still 4-0 in favor of the Central Michigan Chippewas. Nixon will step into the face-off circle. And Caitlin Williams will battle against Buckberger for the puck there. Delray in the slot as Nixon backhands it now to Whitus. Oh, and it's a fast break for Bibas as she gets there just in time and skates directly into the net and goes crashing against the boards. Schroer looks to be okay. We have another Chippewa down on the ice, and we'll send it to a break, and we'll be right back after this short intermission. You're watching CCHN. Welcome back inside Martin Ice Arena. 4-0 your score so far in favor of the Chippewas. Hutchinson will head off there, and she got up and skated herself off, so that's good to see as claps all around from both benches as she seems to be okay. Saudi, Whitus, and Castor will stay out on the ice. As we'll have a one-on-one for LTU. A penalty shot ensues as number 17, Jordan Bibas, will take this one. Schroer coming out of her stance a little bit. And an easy save for Bree Schroer. She knew exactly where that one was going. And
maybe one too many moves on the LTU player's part. If you're gonna go forehand, backhand like that, not a lot of. You don't want to do a lot there. Now, she had Bree down, and all you have to do is put it up above her, and just couldn't do it.
He just made that exact move earlier, and Schroer had the exact same save, hitting it out to the left.
And hats off to Schroer for keeping this a shot, keeping the 4-0 lead alive.
Castor will take this one in the circle, and it'll go directly to number 14 on the LTU side, Ortega. Ortega now with it. Hits it back to the right-hand side, and a close shot that she was looking for a redirect there, and Schroer wasn't prepared for that one. Luckily, they missed. Bienkowski now with it, looking for her second of the night. Will be a battle behind the goalpost as the Chippewa comes out with it. Annie Castor. Her stick will be hit, and she'll send it back behind the goalpost. Chippewa's just trying to get something going on the offensive end here as Bienkowski will send it to the middle. Try for a backhanded shot. There's a rebound on the play, and nothing comes of it. I believe that's DiMaggio that has it now, and she'll throw it down and out of play. We'll head back to another face-off. 18:08 left to go in the third period. John, we said it earlier, but you're really trying to just close it out and put the final nail in the coffin on this one for the Chippewas, but if you're LTU, you're really trying to get it out of your own zone and get something sparked on the offensive end.
I mean, you got the leading scorer in the CCWHA, so you're not out of the game by any means.
Hutchinson now with it. Good to see her back. She'll put one on, and a close padded rebound for Hart, but she'll glove it up immediately after. Hutchinson looks back to full strength here, and that's really good to see if you're a Chippewa fan. Zoe Bergen in the circle now. He'll drop it, and Hutchinson takes it. Tries to pass it to the slot there, doesn't get anything off. LTU remains possession, and Lockout, one too many moves, and McQueen will pick it up. Gray now with it on the left side. Hits it against the boards to try to get it down, and that'll be an icing. John, we saw little to no icing in that second period. And now we're starting to see it come back in the third.
Well, it's a bit weird for Central. They don't seem tired. LTU, I would expect to have some icings in this period because they look tired.
Buckberger in the circle. Moreland right behind her. And she gets it to her. Looks for a shot and far left. Zoe Bergen now with it. Skating fast up the left-hand side. She's got Alyssa Gray down in the slot. Bodies hit the ground as LTU will take possession at the middle. One-on-one and Silling. Here comes Hutchinson down the left side to try to block that off. Rolls around the board there, and Zoe Bergen tries to get one out of the zone. LTU takes possession of it behind the goal. Looks for Moreland at first and then decided to take a shot on net, and that went far right. Moreland puts it up now, and you haven't seen much of Buckberger, John, in these past few minutes. Whitus tried to take it up, and ref blew the whistle to call a stop to the play.
No, you're right, but I think that's partially because you can't have her out there the entire game. I mean, you can't really play 60 minutes of hockey.
That'll be a penalty on Bergen, sending LTU to their very first power play of the night. And being a Blue Devil fan, that's exactly what you're wanting, is you want to send a player to the box and put a 5-on-4 on the ice.
If you're going to get back into this game, you've got to score on this. You can't go 0 for 2 on the power play.
Up top is Moreland. She'll put a shot on, and Bree Schroer easily saves that one. Playing tremendously in net so far. Iatino up top to guard Moreland. Moreland again with it. Throws another shot on and blocked off the stick. Mac Barnett throws that one down, but number 14, Valeria Ortega, blocks that one with her body. Throws it back up to Moreland. Moreland looks for Ortega at first and puts a shot on net, and Bree Schroer with a pad save. Oh, and a very close one from Nixon. If she kept up on her feet there, she would have had a fast break. Mac Barnett looks to stop this one and send it out of the zone. She does just that, but it's stopped at the blue line by an LTU Blue Devil. Buckberger back out on the ice now as she collects it. She'll send it to the middle for the Blue Devils, and Bree Schroer with another pad save off the ref's or the right side. Ortega with it now. Ortega back to Bergen. Bergen over to Moreland, completely misses the shot. And the Blue Devils are forced to reset as Nixon's putting her body on the line to try to get in there and keep the Chippewas alive. Bibas on the left side now, blocked off by Saudi. Hutchinson drops back to collect and does just that. LTU takes it off her stick and passes it up to Benson. Benson now over to the right-hand side for Moreland. Bree Schroer with another save and a miss by Buckberger. Benson puts one on, and Bree Schroer with another pad save. That one completely clears the zone for the Chippewas, and LTU is forced to reset.
If LTU is paying attention right there, there's a backdoor opportunity on Bree Schroer right there to get this to a 3-goal lead.
Well, Bree Schroer has been playing amazing so far, blocking countless shots on that last power play attempt. Williams now with it. Sends it to Castor. Castor going around the net, fakes out an LTU defender. Is pinned against the boards now and looks to hit it out. In the slot was Caitlin Williams, unable to get anything going, but here comes Hutchinson on the back check. DiMaggio throws one on Bree Schroer, and that hits her helmet, drops down into her glove, and another great save by Schroer.
Big save there to keep it 4-0.
14-17 left to go here at Martin Ice Arena. You've got to wonder if it was the tough loss that they took last night that sparked their interest in winning this game, or if it's the fact that playing on home ice sparked something inside.
I think it's a multitude of things. Playing at home, you got a lot of confidence. You know how good you are at home, and you know you can get a win here against the tough LTU team.
Darche stick drops as she immediately picks it back up, and Annie Castor blocks that one on the blue line. DiMaggio can't get anything going there as it's blocked by Darche. Darche's body hits it over to Castor. Castor on the left-handed side, getting past a few Blue Devils. They pick it up, though, and Chippewas are forced to reset. Barnett collects. Number 7 for the Chippewas, Whitus, will take that one, and it goes straight to Darche. Darche tried to get it around to Bienkowski, but couldn't get there. Now goes off the wall. Castor collects, tries to send it to the middle for Bienkowski, and wasn't able to do so. Bienkowski collects it now and looks for Mac Barnett. Pin against the boards are Bienkowski and Castor. Blue Devils' body hit the floor, and they'll collect it with their toe. Wall pass, and it goes straight to Darche. Darche keeps it in front of the blue line, but LTU will take it back. Bienkowski fights for it. Line change for the Chippewas ensues. Rough pass ends up causing the LTU Blue Devils to have a little time delay, but DiMaggio easily skates past one Chippewa through another, and it hits the back of the net for DiMaggio. 4-1, 12:47 left to go. That's her first of the night, and she was one of our players to watch, John, and she's very scary when she's in a groove.
Well, when your two leading scorers have as many points as they do, 4-0 lead right now is nothing, and they just made it a 3-goal lead with 12:47 to go. So this game is not over yet.
3-goal lead for the Chippewas. 12:47 left to go. Third period action. And we're underway yet again. Leontino misses that face-off, and LTU takes it. Battle for the puck as Lockout missed that one, and the Chippewas try to recollect. Haney throws it down now and it's blocked at the blue line. But here comes Leontino. Misses that one as the Chippewas had a short line change there, and they'll get it to Whitus. Whitus sticks it to Wilson. Wilson to the middle and misses, believe that was Hutchinson. Leontino now with it. Mac Barnett up top next to the blue line, and we'll put one on net. Goes far right. Whitus throws it into the slot and just barely goes over to the top of the goalpost. Another shot goes off, and Whitus will collect. Could have been dangerous for the Chippewas. Tripping is the call as the ref hand goes up, and Mac Barnett, the captain of the Chippewas, will head to the penalty box.
That was kind of right in front of the referee. You're not going to get away with that one when you're right in front of the ref.
Yeah, nothing you can do on that one. And 11:51 here to go. 4-1 your score. Chippewas lead. And if you're LTU, you're hoping for the leading captain and best defenseman to go to the box, and that's exactly what just happened. So LTU's really looking to put pressure on the net here. Looks for Lockow and passes back to Buckberger. Buckberger collects and will put a slapper on net, and Hutchinson will hit the ice, and Schroer saves that one.
Glove out of nowhere. It's one of the best saves you can make, glove out of nowhere.
Gabby Nixon gives Schroer a little fist bump on that one because that was a very good glove save. DiMaggio on the right-hand side. Looks to shoot at first, but passes back to Buckberger. Over to DiMaggio. Little stick handling ability, and Schroer blocks that one with ease. Lockow at the blue line. We'll go back to Buckberger. Buckberger a backhander to DiMaggio. Another LTU player will pick that one up and put a shot on goal, and it's blocked off of Schroer's glove.
Hit the wrong net there.
It'll be a tip off Schroer. We'll head to another face-off.
I tell you, I've called games at Marty for 3 years, and I feel like the puck hits the ceiling and the netting more than it does the actual netting.
Well, that'll depend on whose team is playing.
No comment on that one.
No comment. 11:10 here to go at Martin Ice Arena. 1:21 left in the penalty for Barnett. Lockow in the face-off zone against Caitlin Williams. Or excuse me, Castor. Lock sticks with Lockow. Buckberger up top. Throws one down and immediately hit off the stick of Schroer. Lockow with it on the left-hand side, next to the blue line. She looks for Buckberger. Captain for the Blue Devils sends it over to DiMaggio. DiMaggio will throw one on net, and it's blocked off the stick of Hutchinson. That one will go straight into the rafters.
My point has just been proven.
Castor's going to head back to the face-off circle as Allison Haney comes out. DiMaggio collects and sends back to Buckberger. Buckberger puts a slapper on, and it's blocked off of Castor. Looks like Haney is on the ground, still fighting for it, and it's collected by Castor, and she sends it down the length of the ice.
Huge clear right there, and big play by Haney just to sit on the puck. Kill this, whatever works on the penalty kill.
30 seconds left for Barnett to come back out. Buckberger skating with speed, shoots it directly through Whitus's legs there, and Schroer with the glove save, or excuse me, a pad save. Backhanded to number 17 on the Blue Devils, Jordan Bibas, who had a penalty earlier. Buckberger sends it to DiMaggio. Now back to Buckberger. Looks for a shot here from Lockow and goes far right. Line change for Central Michigan, and Caitlin Williams comes out. Schroer looked to glove that one up and just out of her reach. Bodies hit the ground as Schroer looks like she hit that one with her pad. Buckberger trying to keep that one behind the blue line, but held Caitlin Williams' arm there for a second and gets past her.
That's one I'm surprised that wasn't called.
I know, and there's a glove out on the ice. Schroer will, speaking of gloves, take that one in her glove and pick that one up for a stoppage on the play.
Fans.
Trying to get the ad read off, John. We got it.
Hey, December 1st and 2nd, the men's 3 team will travel to Florida to take on Florida Gulf Coast, and the women that same weekend will be taking on Bowling Green, and the men's 2 team will be taking on Eastern right here at Marty. Big slate of games that weekend.
Very important games for all teams.
Oh, yes.
Chippewas collect, and Mac Barnett's out of the box now and sends it over to Kylie Del Rey. Kylie Del Rey loses it on her stick, and it'll be offsides. That was looks to be 18.
Feels like my middle
Moreland.
school playlist here at Marty.
Now, John, I think the main majority of this playlist is 2010s to 2015 songs that have some sort of trap remix to them. Hutchinson hits it off the stick, and Bree Schroer will glove that one up immediately. Another change for Central Michigan with 48-46 left to go. 4-1 your score in favor of the Chippewas.
Big offensive zone face-off for LTU here, and they get it.
Moreland sticks it now to the middle, and Castor collects. Skates with speed through a couple defenders, and Saudi tried to pick that one up on her stick, and it was a little too far. Saudi and Castor were against the boards on that, and Whitus comes in for the pickup. LTU will take possession on the board. Sends it directly over to Haney, who will take a shot and try to get a rebound on from Castor, and she looks for her first goal. Wasn't able to get it off. A slapper from the, close on the far right side. Haney sends it back to the slot, and Hart is a little shaken up after that shot. Number 18 for the Chippewas, Zoe Saudi, almost had that one back to the slot for possible rebound for Binkowski. Here comes the Blue Devils up with speed. Puts that one in the slot, and it's immediately blocked. Berger now with it, and it's a glove save from one of the players. Whitus. Bree Schroer dropping down to defend her net. Lockout trying to backskate and hits herself against the boards. Zoe Bergen clears the zone, and icing will be the call.
If you're looking for game reports, stats, schedules, and more, take a trip to CMUWomen'sHockey.com. There you can find those and much more, including player information, recruiting information, apparel, and more. That's CMUWomen'sHockey.com.
You know what, John, that kind of sounded like the Mickey Mouse theme song there for a second. MICKEYMOUSE.
Sometimes I have trouble spelling.
One of these times I wouldn't be surprised if you mess up and just start singing it.
No, I'm not a singer.
Not a singer?
No, I'm not even a dancer. I'm just a broadcaster.
Just a broadcaster.
That's all I do.
Hey, well, you know what, John? That's all you need.
Yeah. That's where the big bucks come from anyway.
Not
right now.
Not right now. Not right now. We'll head now to another face-off. And CMU will take possession, trying to clear the zone with Mac Barnett. Hutchinson right in the way, and Schroer pads that one to the right. CMU still with it. Bergen the target for that pass and just slightly missed. Bergen still fighting against number 7, Sarah Benson, on the Blue Devils' side. 2-on-1 ensues for the Blue Devils, and immediately fizzles out as Kate Hutchinson was able to get in the way of that. Bergen steps up to defend this one. Mac Barnett is able to get a stick in the way. Gray and Bergen now looking to defend, and they do just that as Mac Barnett was able to clear the zone. Line change for the Chippewas, and new bodies come out. DiMaggio for the Blue Devils, and Bibas right on the way. Bibas will take a shot, and quickly gloved up by Bree Schroer. 4-1 left, or excuse me, 6:07 left to go here at Martin Ice Arena. 4-1 your score.
It's been a long day. It's been a long 2 days.
There you go. Yeah, it has been a very long 2 days.
Last night getting home was exhausting, and for you, I mean, you get
two more games after this. Yeah, so it's going to be a very long weekend, I should say. Schroer again with another glove save.
It won't be as hard for you though. You get to go to color, and then you can rest your voice.
There, yeah, that's
we got Reagan
exactly
right
what I need. Yeah, Reagan on the production side of things right now will be on play-by-play for the next upcoming game for the men's D3 team against Adrian. A vital attempt to cut out their losing streak.
It'll be an interesting 2 games, that is for sure.
Whitus now sticks it up top, and here comes Hutchinson on the right side. Hutchinson tries to get it over to number 6 on the Chippewas and doesn't connect. Battle on the boards yet again. White is trying to get a body in the way and does just that. Gets her stick out and receives the puck. Mariah Wilson tried to get in there and wasn't able to get anything going. A long shot misses wide on left. Wilson puts her stick in the way and is able to defend that one. Moreland on the left-hand side, sticks it back on the blue line on LTU's offense. Body immediately in the way from Gabby Nixon off the bench, and a one-on-one ensues for her. She'll shoot it through the legs of 18 Moreland on LTU's side in a close call. Nixon still with it. Passes it up to Barnett, and Barnett will take one, and Williams now with it, goes to Hutchinson. Hutchinson takes a slapper with 4:43 left to go at Martin Ice. Hutchinson on the top, gives to Mack. Barnett now with it, takes a shot, and is immediately gloved up.
Fans, stay with us after the game. Me and Parker will be on for the post-game report, live on CCHN.
Hutchinson, Barnett, Delray, and a couple other Chippewas out there to hopefully put the nail in the coffin for this one. Williams and Delray battle against the boards for it. Williams turns and collects. LTU now takes possession, struggles with the puck at first, but Chapman sends it to Buckberger. No, she takes a shot and it's gloved up by Bree Schroer.
4:17 left. Game is not over yet. But you need, if you're LTU, you need Buckberger and DiMaggio to kind of carry you back in this game.
Now, DiMaggio's tried to hold her weight, and she's done so, just that, but Buckberger, he's been underperforming a little bit tonight, as she hasn't been able to get as many shots off.
I think CMU is doing a great job defensively on here. They know that's the player you have to stop.
After playing them last night, you can tell they've studied up on who really gets the puck and where they like to shoot from.
That, and you put your best defensive players on the ice when Buckberger's on, especially at home when you got the chance.
Hutchinson and Mac Barnett have been absolutely astounding on the defensive end tonight. Oh, and Bienkowski on the breakaway looks for her second of the night. And she'll take a shot on hard and won't get it off as it hits her chest pad.
The score is not great for LTU, but Hart has played she's kept this team in this game. She has played very well. That's what you want for your goalie. Are there some goals that might be on here? Maybe, but when you're tired and you need your defense to step up for you, and they really haven't done that today.
No, she's done absolutely tremendous. She looks to continue her job as Castor wins that faceoff and hands it off to Bienkowski. Bienkowski around the side of the net and will look for Hutchinson, and it gets intercepted by an LTU player, and a one-on-one ensues, but not for long as Bienkowski puts the burners on to get back and stop.
Great back check by the Chippewas right there.
Castor goes between the legs of one of her own teammates to try to clear the zone and sticks all up in there and fumble on the right-hand side of things.
The physicality is kind of picked up here in this third
You
period.
can tell LTU really wants to get back in this. A failed pass results in CMU gaining possession, and 3 minutes left to go here at the Martin Ice Arena.
You just need one so you can get Hart to the bench. A 4-2 lead, you can get Hart on the bench. We saw that last night with Abraham.
Hutchinson clears that one, and LTU is forced to reset. DiMaggio loses the puck, and offsides is called. The Chippewas really just want to keep it out of their own zone. They don't want to give up another one with only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. 4-1, still your score in favor of the Chippewas, and we'll head to another faceoff where Bergen takes it.
I feel like Buckberger's been on the ice the entire game aside from her penalty minutes.
Well, I mean, they have a very short bench, so it feels like all of them have been out there the entire game. Icing is the call, and it'll send it back to the Chippewa zone.
And last night they didn't really play like they had a short bench. Last night they came out and they took it to Central, and I think that motivated Central in this game here at home in front of your home crowd that, hey, we can't take any team lightly. We have to play our game.
That's something that I had the opportunity to talk about with Kylie Delray a couple days ago, and it was just not playing down the teams, and they're looking a lot better than last night. The Chippewas now fight for it against a couple LTU players. Chapman loses it against Darche. Another shot for LTU, and it's easily blocked by Bree Schroer. Another collision against the boards has Whitus end up with the puck. She'll pass it now, and a large hit on Chloe Darche. Shot ends up with Bree Schroer gloving that one up for a stoppage on the play. Some fresh bodies for CMU, and Buckberger and Moreland and Ortega looking like they're headed off.
And this is a game Central really needs in the CCWHA standings. We talked about it. Sioux, Michigan State, all near the top. Lawrence Tech now near the top. And then you've got Adrian on your tail. So this is a game they really need.
Number 77 for the Chippewas, Leotino, will take that face off. And it goes up and hits the netting for another face-off.
That's 3.
1 minute and 54 seconds left to go here at Martin Ice Arena, and it looks like the pace of play has slowed down a lot and the physicality has ramped up. DiMaggio looking for an opportunity now.
I just noticed Hart is out of the net.
Hart is out of the net. I didn't even realize that. Good point, Sean. Which is something you don't really expect when you're down by 3.
I think if you're going to do it, you expect it earlier in the period, around the 5-6 minute mark.
There's a stick out on the ice, and the zone gets clear. Oh, it looked like that was almost a rebound off the sidewall and had a little curve on it. If it was just a little further to the left, it honestly could have been a rebounded bouncing shot.
You think Mac's looking for another empty net goal there? What was it, 2 weekends ago against Notre Dame? She put the game away. You look to her to put the game away. Your captain, your leader on and off the ice.
If you're really looking for another goal, it's going to be Gabby Nixon, who wants that open netter to put her on for a hat trick. Delray battling now. They'll send it back up to the top on the blue line. Ortega with it. Ortega passes to what's to be number 17 into the slot, and it goes in for LTU. Teresa DiMaggio, it looks like, scored that one, and that puts her on the board for 2 again tonight. John, she scored 2 last night, and she scored 2 tonight.
Well, here's the other thing. LTU used their timeout in the first. You wish you had that timeout right here to take, because you can get a break here and you can kind of set things up. Unfortunately, unfortunately for LTU, they came out so fast, and they had to take the timeout to get things settled down.
Well, it looks like Hart is still going to be out of the net. It's 4-2, 1:05 left to play. LTU's hoping for a miracle.
That's a bold strategy for a center ice faceoff.
Whitus takes it, and she'll pass it now to number 22 for the Chippewas Haney. Whitus lost the direction of it, and Williams will take it now, and it's a battle on the blue line. Nixon with it. She sends it down the length of the ice. Oh, and it goes just far right. That could have put her on for a hat trick.
I think our producer, Reagan, seeing if it was tipped. I didn't see a tip. I think it went down.
It might have been tipped. I wasn't able to catch that, but we'll head to another Chippewa zone faceoff, where Gabby Nixon will take it, and she hopes to win it in favor of trying to put one in the back of the net. Castor now battling for it against Moreland. They'll send it directly to the slot, and it's tipped out by Nixon.
If you're Central now, don't even worry about the empty net goal. You just got to get the puck out of your zone.
That'll be a penalty. Not sure who on.
It's actually going to be a hand pass.
Oh, it's going to be a hand pass, where Nixon will go back to the circle and try to get this one. A shot on net and an attempt at a rebound, but Bree Schroer standing strong. Going just left of the net is Castor, who beats the icing, and she gets hit hard into the net. And that is the end of regulation. Chippewas 4, LTU Blue Devils 2. And they'll take the split on the weekend series. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, me and John will be on the postgame recapping all of the Chippewa action. You're watching CCHN. Welcome to the post-game show here on CCHN. I'm joined by John Gervasi, who is second time on air for us here on CCHN. Had a great call today, so thank you for stopping in. But let's get to the recap of what happened in this eventful game. John, they started out with 30 seconds with 2 goals and less than a minute into the first period. Recap that for us.
That really set the tone. When you go from last night, bus legs, playing slow, getting two goals that early is huge, and it kind of carried them throughout the game.
It did. The morale from, I think, those 2 goals just kept going throughout the entirety of the first. It showed a lot of progressive play from them, especially over last night where both teams looked a little sloppy in the beginning, a little slow, and there was only 1 goal in the first period, where you come now to this game and 2 goals in the first minute of play, and one coming from Nixon, one coming from Kylie Del Rey, and that just proved momentum. So with that being said, let's check our players to watch that we had, which was Annie Castor, number 3. Unfortunately, no points again for her tonight, but still playing tremendously. Her face-offs have been absolutely influential for the Chippewas.
Yeah, we talked about it on the broadcast. Goals and assists are great, but they're not the telling story of every game. Annie Castor, very good in the face-off circle. And her forecheck, on the forecheck and the back check again today, very, very good. She's able to get up and down the ice quickly, and she had a couple chances.
Yeah, and then we go now to our second one, which was Kylie Del Rey, number 13, and she had herself one tonight, and she again proves influential to this team. That first goal that started out, she was the first goal, and then Nixon followed, but that morale boost for them just kicked into overdrive from that very first goal. Moving to LTU, we had Buckberger, who didn't pick one up tonight, but did pick up a couple penalties as she did the previous night. How do you think that affected them?
Hey, when you're the leading goal scorer in CCWHA, if you're Central Michigan, how do you keep her off the score sheet? You get her to take those penalties. and it really affected LTU because she wasn't on the ice for a majority of that.
Yeah, and then we go now to DiMaggio, who picked herself up 2 tonight, still proving that a very effective and potent part of this LTU offense. And John, do you think she's carrying her weight on the team? And what do you think she needs to do better to just try to help the LTU offense win the game?
I think the problem is when you're a team like LTU, you're relying on 2 players and a goalie, and you can't always rely on star players every night. Because you look at Buckberger, she had an off night tonight. You need other players to step up, and LTU didn't really have that tonight like they did last night. And DiMaggio potted too, which is great. But again, you can't always rely on 2 players to get you back into the game.
Well, we'll go now to our keys to the game that we discussed earlier and how they panned out. Penalty kill was a big one for us, and that affected the Chippewas heavily last night. And we only picked up, I believe, 2 penalties this game, where Buckberger picked up those 2 penalties alone for LTU. There was 5 power plays for the Chippewas, only 2 for LTU. How do you think that affected us overall?
I think the penalty kill was huge. If you go back to the last penalty, and we talked about our player to watch, Annie Castor, able to get the puck and send it on down the ice. Clearing penalties is huge, and they did a great job clogging passing lanes and shooting.
They did. Now, limiting the turnovers, as you just mentioned, and cleaning up the loose puck was another key to the game that we had, and I think they did just that tonight. There were a few moments where the loose puck was there, and it did cause a couple goals for LTU. However, the Chippewas overall played an immensely better back-check game than they did yesterday. We'll now go to keeping just the unselfish and balanced diet on the forecheck. As you mentioned, Annie Castor played tremendously on that aspect. So, with that said, let's head to our 3 stars of the game. John, who do you got at number 1?
It's got to be the goalie, Brees Rohrer. Played phenomenal, especially after a night last night where we didn't look our best. The team didn't look their best. Bree came in today and played a fantastic game, and she really kept us in the game the entire. And you want that from your goaltender. You want your goaltender to be able to keep you in game, so when you get the offense, she's there to shut the door.
For number 2, I'm going to have to go with Gabriella Nixon, who got 2 tonight, was looking for the hat trick at the end, almost had it on the empty netter. It was this close to going in, but unfortunately it didn't happen for her. And number 3, got to go to LTU's own DiMaggio on this one. She did have 2 tonight. She had 2 last night as well, and she's been so influential for that LTU offense. So for the next games coming up here, we've got Adrian and CMU. They're about to undertake for CMU men's D3 team. Me and Reagan will be on the call for that one, so don't go anywhere. We'll have that for you. And then the women's team will head to Bowling Green next weekend and take on them. And also, the men's D3 team will take on Florida Gulf Coast in just a couple weeks.
Well, not next weekend.
Or excuse me, not next weekend. Yes, Thanksgiving.
I want to eat, so I don't want no hockey.
I want to eat and watch the Lions. That's all we need.
No hockey for next week.
There we go. Well, that'll do it for us here at Martin Ice Arena. This has been the post-game report. I'm Parker Morrison alongside John Gervasi. Our producer for today, Reagan Cleve, so you'll see in just a minute, come on for play-by-play against Adrian for the men's D3 team. For everyone here at CCHN, we say thank you and so long. We'll get it eventually, John. We'll see you in just a moment for the Adrian series. We'll be right back.